Hello everyone and welcome this week to Parashat Vayigash. The moment of truth has arrived. The brothers of Yosef stand before him in fear. Yehuda has approached him to plead their case. They do not recognize their brother Yosef, of course, but now the moment of truth, the moment where Yosef will reveal himself, has finally arrived. But just before he reveals himself, the Torah tells us as follows. V'lo yachol Yosef lehitapek. Yosef could no longer hold back. L'chol hanitzavim alav, to all those who were standing around him. Vaikra, and he called out, Hotziu chol ish me'alai. Remove all the people from before me. V'lo amad ish ito bihitvada Yosef elechav. No man stood near Yosef in the same room when he made himself known to his brothers. We could ask ourselves very simply, why didn't he just say who he was without the drama of having everyone else leave the room? Yes, it's a private moment. Yes, it's important. But what was that so critical to have everyone else leave the room? In one of his many books, Rabbi Zev Shandalov tells us, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm not quoting exactly, that this tells us one of the beauties of who Yosef HaTzadik really was. He knew full well, he knew what this news would sound like to the brothers. They could be devastated, they could be embarrassed, they could be mortified. And in spite of the fact that Yosef was bursting to tell his brothers what actually was happening and who he was, he had to wait another moment till everyone else left the room so that he could tell his brothers privately and not add insult to injury as he told them who he was and stand before them and tell him and have them react in a way that they may have been even more embarrassed than other people present. One very great lesson we can get from this is Rabbi Pliskin, and we can see on our own, of course, that even when we have to say something potentially harmful, potentially embarrassing to someone, but that needed to be said, it should be done with utmost sensitivity to not make the situation even worse, but to make sure that the other person hears our news, hears our comments, hears our pain, our fears, whatever it might be, but done with sensitivity, not to hurt the other person at all, if possible. Shabbat Shalom.